Yes, people, welcome back to BallDontLie with yours truly, Humphrey, with his new, um, new Doncic jersey that I got at the NBA store a couple of weeks ago when I was in London. It's the off season, so it's not really much to talk about. I mean, I've gathered up some stuff that we'll talk about in today's episode. We'll talk about some of the trades that happened like a couple of weeks ago, which I should have made a video about. My apologies. I promise from this season coming, I'll put out content on time. I mean, I can't be putting out trade videos 3 weeks, after this happened. But the trade videos we're going to talk about some of the NBA drafts as well. We're also going to look at the NBA fixtures. They actually came out today, but we'll look at the opening fixtures and also the Christmas fixtures. I love them. I love this. I love the NBA Christmas fixtures, so we'll look at that as well. And yeah, let's get into it. If you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, let's get into it. Right, so in this trade news, we'll actually be talking about 4 teams. Well, I'm going to be talking about 4 teams. We're going to start off with the Los Angeles Lakers. And the Lakers, the business they've done this season, it's a little bit questionable, but I like it. I mean, they got Westbrook, which I never thought he'd. And I mean, he was bound to come back to play for his, home team. Westbrook back at the Lakers. Got Melo as well. Carmelo, not LaMelo. I was just about to say LaMelo. They got Carmelo Anthony as well, and I feel like LeBron should have got Carmelo at the Lakers a couple years ago. But either way, he still got him there, and hopefully it doesn't flop like when Dwayne Wade went to the Cavs and played with LeBron. That was a disaster. So, but this Lakers team, they're very old. I kind of like they have some mileage on their legs. Do you know what I mean? They have some mileage on their legs, but they're very experienced. I mean, you need this. These type of teams that are constructed like this, they always end up finishing like 3rd, 4th, but then the playoffs, like they step up another level. And a team where you have LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Westbrook, Carmelo, I mean, come on. And they got Dwight Howard back as well. I don't know why he left last season, but they got him back. So yeah, I really like this Lakers team. A lot of people are a little bit skeptical, but it's a LeBron James led team. He's gonna make it work. So that's that on that. We move on to the Miami Heat. And the Heat last season, they did not do good at all. I think they got swept or lost in 5 to the Bucks. They did not do well at all. Obviously, previous season they were in the NBA Finals in the bubble. But obviously, Pat Riley, he wasn't gonna just sit there and watch his team disintegrate like that. So he made some moves. Got in Kyle Lowry, who if you know me, I love Kyle Lowry. You know what I mean? Kyle Lowry, he's a great point guard, and I think he's a great addition to the Miami Heat and the culture that they have there. He fits in perfectly. And they also got PJ Tucker, who I think is going to be a big miss for the Bucks. I don't know why the Bucks let him go. But they let him go. The Heat got him now, and I feel like the Heat they'll make some noise. The teams at the top of the East, I mean, depending on where Ben Simmons goes, they're very tough. But we'll see how it goes. I really do like this Heat team. We will also look at the Chicago Bulls. This Bulls team, if they click, obviously they have a Hall of Fame coach in Billy Donovan, but if they click, they could be something special. They got Lonzo Ball, which I never felt like he was a good fit at the Pelicans. I never felt like he was a good fit at the Pelicans. So him going to the Bulls to pair with Zach LaVine. Then they also got Alex Caruso. So they have great defensive guards at the perimeter. And also DeMar DeRozan. Now DeMar DeRozan, I'm not his biggest fan. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not his biggest fan. But his game doesn't appeal to me as much. I don't know. But we'll see how that works. We'll see how that works at the Bulls. Hopefully Billy Donovan can actually have them playing really well and actually make the playoffs and do something in the playoffs as well. So we'll keep an eye on the Bulls this whole season, and I'll get back to you on them. Last but not least, we were talking about the Los Angeles Clippers. They re-signed Kawhi Leonard for a couple more years, but he's nursing this ACL injury, and it's very difficult to let a superstar like that go. But his injury record and him sitting out a game, stuff like that, is very difficult. I don't know if he's gonna win anything with the Clippers. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Not with him and just Paul George. And they also let go of Pat Beverly. And obviously the Clippers, they built some sort of like a culture over there when they had Pat Bev, they had Lou Williams, and they also had Montrezl Harrell. But all 3 of them have left now. So I feel like them letting go of Pat Beverly, they lose a little bit of the culture that was built, at the Clippers when they also had Doc Rivers as well. So this Clippers team, I don't really have too much faith in them this coming season. I'm not sure, what they're gonna do, how they're gonna fare without Kawhi for most of the season, where they're gonna drop in the rankings. Obviously, with the Golden State Warriors, getting back to, I feel like once they get Clay back, they'll be much higher up than where they were last season. Also, the NBA draft also happened a month ago, and this draft class, the draft class of 2021, they're solid. They're a solid bunch. I was watching a couple highlights of some of the top picks in the draft. They're a solid bunch. I really like them. Nowadays, I feel like the skill set to have to be really good in the NBA is so high. I feel like players are evolving, whether it's overseas, whether it's in college, stuff like that. I really feel like the quality is so high coming out of college, coming out of overseas, like I said. So rarely would you ever have like a bad draft class, because the game's evolving, players are evolving, they're just only going to get better. And I really have faith in this draft class. So we keep an eye on these players, the Jalen Greens, the Cade Cunninghams, and Joshua Kuminga. He's really good for the Golden State Warriors. So we'll keep an eye on them and see, watch their progress, watch them, grow into superstars in the league. Moving on to the NBA fixtures. So on opening day is on October 19th. And first game is the Nets versus the Bucks, which was the matchup in the Eastern Conference semifinals last season, where the Bucks beat the Nets in 7. I really feel like this is going to be a really good matchup. Hopefully this season, there isn't as many injuries as there were last season, because last season was brutal. There were so many injuries, and there's so many injuries to star players. And hopefully they've had enough rest, and we can actually see the best players on show in the regular season and the playoffs and in the finals as well. So we have the Nets Bucks first game of the season, and it's a back-to-back header. We have Golden State Lakers. That's going to be a really good one. Like I said, I can't wait to see the Golden State Warriors this season. And I've hated on the Warriors for so long, but I'm actually growing to like them a lot more nowadays, especially with Clay coming back as well. Fingers crossed he gets no more injuries. I'm really looking forward to seeing him. I seen a video on Twitter the other day of him shooting and training and stuff like that. It brought a tear to my eye. I can't lie. I can't wait for his comeback. I feel like he's going to be exceptional this season, and yeah, we'll see the progress of the Golden State Warriors. And last but not least, NBA Christmas fixtures. When the fixtures came out, you don't understand. So the first game we have the Hawks versus the Knicks. Trae Young, Trae Young and the Knicks, they're just a match made in hell, and I love it. I can't wait to see it. NBA Christmas games, I completely forget it's Christmas. I literally just sit there, stomach full of jollof rice and super malt, just sit there and just watch these games. Do you know what I mean? We have the Hawks versus the Knicks. We have the Celtics versus the Bucks. Golden State versus Phoenix. That's going to be a good matchup. We also have the Nets versus the Lakers. Now this fixture here, everyone's hoping is going to be the finals matchup. I hope so as well. But the way people gassed up the Lakers versus the Clippers matchup, and we never ever saw that matchup. At this point, I don't even want to see that matchup anymore. I feel like this one might be the same, unfortunately. I don't see this matchup happening in the finals. Hopefully it does, but you already know something. There's always something weird that goes on that stops these wanted matchups from happening. But yeah, here we go. And lastly, we have the Mavs versus the Jazz. And yeah, I'm literally gonna consume all of them. I'm going to watch every single dribble of all these games. Yeah, and that's what NBA Christmas is all about. I love these fixtures. They actually they pick really good teams to face each other. So I can't wait for that as well. And also, I forgot to say, there was when I went to London, I went to the NBA store. Obviously, you see the drip. I went to the NBA store and caught myself an Doncic jersey and I'm gonna chuck a little vlog in right now. You guys, indulge. It's only gonna be like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And yeah, if you're new here, like I said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll be putting out more content. I'll be putting out content on time as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed this show. It's the off season. but I'll put some content out for you guys before the season actually starts. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys.
That shit finna kill it, nigga. Go, Chris. Kia.
Yes, people, finally gonna go to the NBA store. I'm kind of conflicted. I'm not sure what to really get. I'm thinking again either the KD Brooklyn Nets jersey or the OKC one, like a personalized one. But we'll see. I'll take pictures, videos of the whole place. We'll see what it looks like. But yeah, come with me. Let's go. Let's go terrestrial. So I'm being told I can't get a 35 OKC Kevin Durant jersey. Like a personalized one. Apparently I can't get that, unfortunately. So I'm actually looking at this Doncic. Jersey I might get instead. But either way, they're both my favorite players in the league. So yeah, I'll probably get the Doncic one instead. Yeah.